Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we will be exploring one of the most powerful yet often overlooked feature in SQL, and that is grouping sets. If you ever wanted to run several aggregations in a single query without resorting to numerous union statements, you are in the right place. Let us start by getting familiar with the tables we will use in this session. We will be working with the orders dataset, and here is the quick snapshot of the table. As you can see, this dataset contains customer transaction information, including fields like order ID, order date, customer ID, customer name, region, product sales, profit, and so on. Now let's break down what grouping sets are all about. Grouping sets allows you to specify multiple groupings within a single group by clause. Instead of having to write several queries with different group by columns and combine them with union all, you can achieve the same result much more efficiently and neatly in just one statement. Let's take a use case. Imagine you are analyzing the customer transaction table and you want to see total sales by category, total sales by region, total sales by both region and category, as well as overall grand total. With grouping sets, you can get all these summaries at once using a single SQL query. But before we explore how to achieve this with grouping sets, let's first see the traditional way of getting these summaries using multiple group by queries combined with union all. This involves writing separate queries for each aggregation you want and then combine them into one result set. Let's see that. To save some time, I have already written the query to solve this use case by using multiple aggregation and then stacking the output by using union all statement. Now let's break down each and every query and see what it is giving as an output. So the first aggregation where we are aggregating the data at category level, you can see we have group by data at category, but to manage null, we have for region we have null values and we have cast it as text. So this is the second part where we are aggregating the data at region level. Then you can see this is the third aggregation where we are aggregating the data at both category and region level, and then this is for grand totals. Now let's run the code. But here I would like to mention a few things. Each select target one specific aggregation as per our use case. To keep the output column consistent, we use null for columns not included in a specific aggregation level. And lastly, we have used union all, ensure all the results including possible duplicates in different groupings are included, mirroring how grouping sets work. This approach gives you the desired output, but it requires scanning the data multiple times, one for each aggregation. Now let's see how much simpler and more efficient this becomes using grouping sets. With grouping sets, you can achieve all the aggregation from our examples, sales by category, by region, by both region and category, and the grand total in a single query. You simply list out the combination you want within the grouping set clause, and SQL does the rest in one pass. Let's do an example. Select category, region, sum of sales as total underscore sales from DBO dot orders, group by grouping sets now we have to put up a bracket whatever the groupings we want to make. Product category, then we need region, Third is going to be category as well as region. And since we want grand total, we have to put up the empty brackets. So what's happening here? It shows total sales for each region across all categories. Category and region, it groups by both category and region, and empty grouping here gives you grand total. Now let's run the code. And you can see we have got the same output what we have got with when we have written the conventional way. Here when we have written the group by and various multiple union clause, the same output we have got by using the grouping sets. Now why is this better? You only need to write one query. It is easier to maintain and modify if you add or remove grouping levels. SQL reads the data just once for all these aggregation, making it more efficient. And you will see nulls where a level isn't applicable for a given grouping, just like the previous union approach. To make your results more readable, you can use a coalesce function to replace these nulls with more meaningful labels. Let me show you how we can do that. Here, what I'll do is coalesce category as all categories as category, coalesce all region as region, comma, and that's it. Let's rerun the code. Now you have the result more readable. You can see here there are no nulls values as we have replaced the nulls values for category as all categories, whereas for region as all regions. Using coalesce in this way helps make you aggregate output much clearer to end user who may not be familiar with what null means in the context of total or subtotals. Grouping sets truly transform how you perform multi-dimensional analysis in SQL. If you are working with summaries or aggregates, mastering this SQL function will definitely elevate your analysis. That concludes our session for today. Thanks for watching and have a great day.